What up, guys? This is Versus Z. You guys remember him? The 1 to 144 scale Wild Wurger from Super Robot Wars? Well, just in case you don't, I guess I could share some information that I know about him. He's from the Super Robot Wars universe, obviously. He's a personal mobile suit. I don't know if that's what they call him, but he's a personal mobile suit. High mobility, close combat type. Except what you're looking at is not the high mobility type. It's actually the armored type. He's kind of like Virtue, where he can purge some of his armor to have a high mobility mobile suit. I guess they're called personal troopers in Super Robot Wars or something like that. Personal robots. Um, but anyway, this is the armored version. I really wish I could get the high mobility version, but it's a discontinued kit, and probably the only luck I could get is whatever hobby shop sells it. And so far, I've only come across like the R series, the R Trooper series, like the R gun powered, the R2, the R1. Anyway, nothing flashy. I'm not going to add anything flashy about this review since I've already reviewed them. It's just kind of a revisiting video, so and kind of to show you guys, share with you guys what's been done and stuff like that, and how this kit is holding up now compared to since the time I first built him. So I'm gonna update you guys first on the colors that I added. I've only used gray and white. I still need to add on some yellow. Well, maybe not yellow, but mostly the same purple that you find throughout the body, mostly on the armaments. On the side skirts here, I do need to add that same purple and the same yellow on the side skirts because they look very plain right now. But other than that, let's see. I did add a lot of grays, mostly whites. I did a lot of whites on the feet here. Like this piece is a molded piece of white, but this here, this panel on this single piece, this whole piece here is a solid piece that you just clip onto the side. And this end here is painted white, and this back part here also you need to paint white. Now the light is reflecting off the white very strong right now. What you're not able to see, maybe you can if you look carefully. What you're not able to see is that you still see some blue blotches of the purple blotches of this plastic. Now, I should have primed it like you're supposed to, but I got very lazy, and yeah, I might actually touch up on this later on as well. Um, some grays, like under the feet. More white back here in the backpack. Um, there's gray that I added on the inner side of the wings, on the wing binders here. Grays on a lot of the circles on this design, which I like because you have solid pieces, but then they added some circles to kind of, I guess, accent the design. Some gray here. What I like about the gray, the Gundam marker gray, is that it matches perfectly with the gray used on this kit. So that was pretty easy. Um, Other than that, let's see anything else I added. Oh, the accessories on the they call this uh, the triple barrel Vulcan, the triple Vulcan, something like that. Anyway, I added gray circles here and then grays on the triangle here. Now I need to add purple on this half of this assembly, like on this on the right half of this panel line. This part stays white, I believe, and then this part needs to be purple. The Vulcans are fine, and I think that's all you need to add. The cold metal sword, which is very pointy, by the way. Uh, you obviously wouldn't want a purple sword, right? Thing is, you could paint it. You could paint it. The handle, I will definitely paint, but you could paint the blade. The only problem is when you store it into the triple Vulcan, like you're supposed to. At this point here, it rubs up against all the other plastic, so I'm just concerned that, and then it gets harder once you snap it in, and it holds in there all through friction. Now, the problem is, once you paint it, will it chip the plastic? Will it chip the paint when you do this a lot? Yes, it will. So that's a problem, and you know, I'll have to see what I can do to overcome that if I want to paint it. The Stag Beetle Crusher, I believe it's called. I added some gray accents, of course, like right here in the back, and then right here on the pincers themselves. The teeth need to be gray as well, and I believe these top parts here and here, and of course here and here, are supposed to be the same purple, and I also think the back part here is supposed to be purple as well. This piece, I think this stays white, and this back piece is purple again. So I really need to find this purple. And the final piece of accessory is the M90, or I let's just call it the P90 because it has a striking resemblance to a P90. P90 with a little bit of FAMAS to it, but it was molded in gray. Came molded in gray, the same gray I believe as the same gray as you'll find throughout this kit. And it looked alright. It looked cool. It came with this little grenade round here that you can attach, but it just looks goofy that way. And I guess it looks good, but to me it looks goofy having a little grenade right there. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna throw this away. I'm just not gonna use it because I like how it looks like this, because it really looks like a P90, and I like the P90. It's a very versatile submachine gun. And this is a very good actually weapon for this mobile suit, or this weapon, jeez, this personal trooper suit thing to be using, because it in the Super Robot Wars wiki it describes this as a hit and run type of robot where it shoots, moves, and then as it gets closer it goes for a much deeper, stronger attack. And this is for more of a those little Tetra guns, and it makes sense, perfectly makes sense. Now those are the accessories. Articulation for this kit was never all that amazing. I believe it came out in either 2000 or 2001, and like I said before, if you're going from Bandai to Kotobukiya, please never expect Bandai quality from Kotobukiya. Please don't, because you will be disappointed. The articulation is not it's one of those things that you will be disappointed in, and I myself am disappointed in the amount of articulation, though the trade-off is wonderful sculpting, very sharp details. No stickers. There hasn't been a Kotobukiya model kit that I came across that needed stickers. Or maybe I do know that there are some Kotobukiya model kits that need stickers, but I avoid them. The Super Robot Wars line of Kotobukiya model kits is probably one of the most popular, next to Armored Core. Armored Core, I would like to believe, is the best of their model kits. Anything else like that, Gurren Lagann, I don't know about the Gurren Lagann ones. I just totally ignore them. Zoids is a nice one too. But anyway, the articulation for this guy is not that great, especially with the standards that Bandai has set for articulation, especially like with model kits like the 00, the high grade 00. Our shoulder armors are separate. You can basically rotate the arms 360. I have a problem with the arm here. You can see it flops down. This one doesn't do that for some reason, and you might find if you have this kit, you have to, every time you adjust the arm, you have to keep pushing it back in deeper into the peg that it's attached to, and that gets annoying. The bend is pretty sad too. It has ball jointed wrists. There's no waist articulation. The head will move. The legs are probably the most articulated of this kit, and there goes the arm. Front skirts, I believe, were separate, so that was good. Ball jointed side skirts. The legs go that far forward or up, that far back until you hit the back skirt, and the bend, single point bend, but you get more than Master Grade Unicorn, at least. Now, there's this thing going on right here, where it looks like it rotates, but that's just because of loose polycaps, or loose gripping polycaps. I'd have to say that the polycaps on Kotobukiya kits suck. They're not the best. They definitely are, and maybe that's what makes up a good model kit, is a good holding polycap. But some kits it's not the case. The feet have multiple joints, but they're almost pretty much solid. They have multiple joints, but you can only pretty much get basic amount of articulation. This foot guard will move up, and that's it. The wings can rotate a little bit, but for the most part, that's it. There were no problems in articulation in terms of joint wear or anything like that, which is surprising to me. That's very surprising. I thought the joints would wear down. This has stayed that way ever since I first got this and first built it, so that's nothing new to me. What is annoying though is these little plastic tubes here, soft plastic tubes that are just there for detail, and there you go. This one popped out. I glued them in. I told you guys I glued them in, but it's not working. It's just not working. They just keep popping out every time I move the ankles. These two here seem to stick there very well, but these two aren't, so I'm probably just going to take those out at the end. So yeah, with that said, what can I talk about? I only have 30 seconds left. Codable Kia kits are a nice way for you guys to definitely take a break from Gundams if you'd like. They have a great selection of model kits. Super Robot Wars is one of those. Giltar mentioned that there's a new Altaisen model kit version coming out soon, so you guys want to look into that. Armored Core, Zoids. I would like to look into Zoids too and see what they're like. But anyway, with that said, this has been a REdux review, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.